Hey guys, this is Robert DIY Soldiers again, and this is part 2 of my parasitic drain. You're probably wondering why there's not a part 1. Well, because I'm too lazy to clip all this shit together uh, on my computer. So I wanted to sort of rant about it and just give you the tips. Um, what I did was basically a summary was the parasitic drain was caused by corrosion going from that wire to this main fuse box. So what I did, which will be in the part 1 video, the prequel to this video, is I go into further detail where I jerry-rigged this with some Romex wire going into this main fuse box to get the parasitic drain from 0.003 to 0.001. And I know some guys from Volvo Speed Forum were like, well, 0.003 isn't nothing, that's normal. Well, fuck that, because when you leave your car for like 4 days, guess what? It won't start. And this is my second fucking battery. So if you don't want to go keep buying batteries at AutoZone, like I did, thinking it was a battery, in fact, here's a fucking old alternate interstate battery that I just threw away, which was probably good, which I'll give to Robert when he comes by. Maybe he can use it for one of his fake helper tours and do that. What I found helpful was this nut driver. It's been really useful. And basically, I ran that wire all around here. I got to put some more split loom to protect it. That's another day. You don't want to do everything in one day. Take your time, because I'm getting killed by mosquitoes. And you see all that crap all on these wire things. I know it looks messy, but that's dielectric grease. It's going to prevent rust. It's probably going to attract the dirt. It's probably going to look terrible after a while, but you know what? You're going to start. So that's the important thing. Those crimp wires that Volvo made eventually get corroded, even though they're copper, and they have resistance, which will cause a parasitic drain. The other things you probably noticed about my car, which I wanted to talk about, was what the fuck is that silver shit all over your bolts, you're asking? Well, that is this ZRC cold galvanizing compound, which is amazing shit. And it comes off with brake cleaner. So what I do is I spray that, and basically it creates a sacrificial layer so your Volvo won't rust. And you're probably like, well, why the fuck does your Volvo rust? Well, I live in the East and shit rusts here. And, you know, I don't live in Albuquerque and it's dry climate where nothing rusts and nothing lives. So shit rusts here in the East. So I'll spray it like on all these parts. So basically that will corrode first, and, you know, your car will last longer, you know. Like I sprayed it on these AC lines so they'll last longer, and any bolts, so they'll come off easier. I mean, it's not that pretty, but you know what? The car works. And then you're probably wondering, what the fuck is your PCV box doing here? Well, you know what? I got sort of tired of doing these. I have like 5 Volvos, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna run this thing outside and see what happens to make this easier, you know. And then I ran this thing outside. I used the right hosing. I didn't use heater rotor hose. I used some oil rated hose, some good crap, and then made some sort of artistic cabling here that you could see. I mean, that's going everywhere. Basically, the PCV's up here, drains back to the engine. It's easy to replace. If there's something a problem, you're right up here. Then I went to this catch can, and you know what I found out? Basically, I got 0 blow by, because the hot oil condenses there and leaks back in the system. So the blow by is like nothing. I'm catching like nothing in the catch can. Where in my other car, I'm catching all this crap in my catch can. It's like filthy after a month. So this thing works. I know it doesn't look pretty, but whatever. This is my car. I'll do whatever I want with it. I don't care. And basically, with this car, it's been running great. See, I got some more zinc here. And I only get Volvo parts. I know Robert likes URO. He's a big fan of that. And Victor Rain's valve stem seals. And I only get Volvo parts, Volvo valve stem seals, Viton seals, okay? And basically, snob for my performance intake, and I'll use snob for silicone. I mean, everything else is cheap. And there's another brand that Robert's got now. I think it's from Vicious Motors, silicone. I used some silicone replaced it for basically all my vacuum tubing and stuff. It's pretty good. The only issue, if you get oil in it, it's going to deteriorate. So make sure your oil leaks are all clean. I don't have that pretty cover, but you know what? If I got an issue, it's easy to fix. So I kind of made my car just easy to fix and not pretty. You know, I don't really care. It's all about longevity for me. You know, I don't care about that. And, you know, it's not about that. It's just having a car that's reliable and easy to fix and not get stuck, you know. So this car's been great. And lasting good. It's got about 230,000 miles, and it's doing great. And I gotta get probably Robert to come by and do the timing belt, which I'm just a little bit too lazy to do. Maybe I'll do it myself. I did it once, and we'll see what happens. But so far so good with this car, and everything's been running good. I think Robert did the serpentine belt last time he was here, and we just got to do the timing belt. And while you're doing the timing belt, you might as well do the camshaft covers and stuff like that. I mean the cam seal, sorry about that.